Let's go. Let's go. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time out of their night and joining us. This is Real Bread Life. I am Jay Rome. So before I get started, I just want to let everybody know where they can catch us. You can catch us on Instagram, Real Bread Life, Facebook, Real Bread Life, and also Real Bread Life with two E's. If you go to the Real Bread Life page with the white circle, you can join the Facebook group, which is Real Bread Life. Instagram is, TikTok is Real Bread Life, but you have to look up Breadville and it'll get you right where you need to be. And Facebook, of course, is Real Bread Life. They will not allow me to stream live on Facebook at this time, but hopefully we'll get back to that in a little while. With that being said, it's Thursday night. This is number 72. Keeping with the format, staying focused. I want to make sure that I give my peoples a minute or two to get into the room. And any questions, comments, or statements, anything you want to share, just put it in the chat. On Instagram, if you put something in the chat, you have to give me a minute to get back to you because I'm working both sides, Instagram and the StreamYard, and the YouTube, I should say, and I can't operate both off of one button. So give it a second. Let people get in. Get my coffee right. I am a coffee drinker. So I don't have a whole lot that I wanted to address today. Operation was not completed because I just wanted to touch on a few things, couple of issues, nothing pressing. Overall, it's a pretty good week for myself. Coming out of the Father's Day weekend, a lot of the guys said it died out there. You know, that was the talk, the discussions on Monday, Tuesday. It's always, it's dead, it's dying out here. And that may be so, but I can't really say all the way around for me. Where the bread slows down, the rolls pick up. And depending on, where you're located, it might just be, steady. So again, I'm here in the Northeast, and it comes with the territory as the weather changes and we move into the other seasons. So I don't complain about it. I just roll with the punches, as they say. Normally, I have, how would I say? I don't really do back and forth or feed into negativity. But what I've noticed is people don't have the same views all the way around as far as a level of support, if I'm saying this correct. So that's why the title I put in the headline for pre-post for this live was support and working together more or less. And again, everyone doesn't always get along, and you don't have to kumbaya with everyone. But we talked about this a week or two ago. When you have a atmosphere that's predicated on a level of maturity, and I'm not going to say all the way positivity because no one's all the way positive all the time, and everyone's not always in a good mood, and you don't have to give a song and a dance to people, but being cordial is required in business. It's required in life, I would say sometimes. What I say is this: if you don't have to, then don't. And what I'm saying is, if you don't have to interact with somebody, you don't have to interact with them. You don't have to take it upon yourself to interact with somebody and be at a level where it's not beneficial to both parties. So that's all I got to say about that. Other than that, The other thing, the one of the other things that I wanted to touch upon was just starting out and being unsupported, because I sometimes myself, before I started doing this community content, which is what this is just community content. This is just a platform that I'm using to share some information about some things that I've learned over the last 10 plus years in this business. And after doing business in other fields and other areas, I've realized that the formula for success can be applied in anything. Once you learn that formula, once you learn the formula for being successful, you can apply it to anything. You just have to tweak it to fit whatever business you're working in or whatever field of business you're in. And the reason I'm saying that is because I used to take it for granted that if someone was doing something or they were working in a field or area or whatever their job description, title, or things that they were doing were, I assumed they knew what they were doing. I assumed they had all of the information required to complete the job, to be successful in the job, or the task or assignment that was given to them, or whatever the career path was, if that's making any sense. So what I've learned is that's not the case. So with that being said, me, myself is included in that. And what do I mean? I mean this. I just talked about how I started to do this real bread life journey, and I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue. Not Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn I've had since 2012 because of some business stuff. And I actually was on Facebook in 2009, but I got off of it midway through, or probably a year into it, because I wasn't happy with the interactions that I saw on the page. But that's another story for another time. My point is, in other businesses I've had, done, or been involved with, I learned as I went along, such as how to do it, what it takes to be successful in it, and the pieces necessary to make it really, really, really be beneficial, not just to me, but to the people I'm trying to serve. And that's what I'm doing now. So along this journey, I'm still learning, and I'm still early into it, very, very early into this real bread life journey. And I love it. I love to talk. And it's not that I love to talk to hear myself speak, but I love to be able to articulate things that I've learned and give other people the information that they may not have. Some people may have this information, and I encourage those that have the information to share it with us so we can share it with others. I don't know everything about delivering bread. I don't know everything about bread, but I do know some things about bread. I do know some things about delivering bread. I know how to make money delivering bread. I know how to communicate with others that make money delivering bread. And that's what we do. I have a network of people that deliver bread successfully for longer than some people have been alive that are delivering bread. I'm going to say it again. People I know that I'm associated with in this business have been delivering bread longer than the people have been alive that are delivering the bread. They've been in the business since the business. Some of these people I'm associated with been in the business like when it was only 2-3 companies. Major companies is what I'm saying. Majors. Not the latecomers, not the Khaleesi's that had just came on board. And when Wonder wasn't a part of Flowers, I'm talking about those. I'm talking about the Sunbeams back then. So, the old Pepperidge, when all these bread companies didn't have all these different labels associated with them, these are the people I'm good with. These are the people that I call friends, not just associates. These are some of my partners, my associates, my networkers, and the people I go to when I have questions. The people that watch these lives and watch these videos and say to me, you said XYZ. Well, it's really this. Or I heard you talking about this in this way. Did you know that originally it was, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm dealing with. And you know what I do when they talk? I listen. I listen. It's not always about how well you speak. It's always about how well you listen. Or not you, me, how well I listen. And I said in a few other sentences before now, I don't mind speaking. I really don't. And anyone that really knows me knows this is what I do. But over the years, I've gotten way better at listening. Way better at listening. And it's helped me tremendously. Not just in business, but in life, all the way around. I've learned to listen a lot more. You know, it was a saying I heard this years ago. I'm gonna say I was in a workshop maybe close to 30 years ago, and one of the presenters was talking, and this when I was working with children, and he said, we talk to the kids and we want them to listen to us, and we know they need to listen to us so they can learn. But what's even more important is we have to learn how to listen. Never left me. It never left me. But over the years, I failed to do it on a level that was beneficial to me. And I think that just comes with maturity, age, and time. So now I just know when to put my big ears on, so to say, so that's it. And I know I seem like I'm rambling, but that's my thing. My point is this. We have to communicate with each other. We have to communicate in business as far as being out there in the stores. And I have to be able to communicate to the people around me when I'm not at work, out on the route. All these things play a part in my mental stability and my mental foundation. And somewhere within that, the success comes. So that's why the title to this live was the support. How are you supportive? How are you being supported? So hold on one second. I'm gonna put the for you, L. I see you over there. Give me 1 second. I see you trying to get in. I got you. Give me 1 second. See if that helps right there for you. Okay. So I just want the support. You know what I mean? We have to just be supportive and listen. Sometimes just listening will make the difference in how things go. So that's it. I want everybody to win. Always going to be my statement. We build together or we struggle alone. So I'm never going to stop saying it. Appreciate everybody that joined in on Instagram. Again, I can't work both. I know you can hear me. If you have the capabilities to go on YouTube, Real Bread Life, and it'll be more interactive for you. But see you, Renee. See you, Scott Farkas. See you, Cookies, Carrie, Path to Purpose. Oh, my boy. I love it. And I see you over there too, Town Plot. I appreciate the interaction and the support. So, I just again, and it's good for me when I see certain people interacting, because that's the inspiration for me to keep going, because I know their journey, and sometimes I feel the journey of others can be very supportive to our own journey if we just know what to look for in that journey. You know, this ain't easy. As much as people think it's a simple or easy thing, it's not. It's a lot of parts and pieces that go into doing the things that I'm doing and others are doing as well. And without the support of people, it does not work. Without the support of people, it does not work. So don't take it for granted when you have a team around you. Don't take it for granted the people that you come home to, the people you leave to go to work and you leave behind that depend on you. And if you're listening to this and watching it, and I don't care what you're in, what field you're in, or what your job is, where you're at in life, there's somebody that appreciates you and somebody you may need to appreciate and you're not. I appreciate everyone around me in my immediate circle, the layer outside of that one, and the one outside of that. If I interact with you, I'm blessed to have you in my life. I don't feel you're blessed to have me in your life. I'm blessed to have you in mine. Sometimes we lose sight of our blessings because we're looking for other things. We want to be rich. We want to be successful. Some people want to be famous. And what we're not doing is recognizing the things around us that make us rich already, the things around us that equate to a level of success already. So I know it's real bread life and you expected me to talk about bread, but this is real life. And there's no way to get the bread unless we deal with the real things in life. And the thing I used to always say when I started this is everything we do in life is to get that bread. Where I come from, that term, the double entendre, I'm about that bread. I'm about that. I'm about my bread. And we stack it now to stack it now. So that's what it is. I'm gonna get my man in here. Lamar, what's going on, good brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you been?
All right, all right. Yeah, for that I was up at 4 a.m., so I'm laying down now.
you I don't know if it's me or you, but hold on. Let me see if I could turn you up. It's just a little low. Give me one
All
second.
right.
I might be able to turn it up on this side. It might be me.
Sorry for being in the bed, man.
No, man. Listen. Okay, so you heard what I was just saying. We we
Yeah,
we live a real bread life. This is the life. This is what it
yeah.
is.
It's
So,
serious.
you coming to me from right there in the bed, and it's cool. I'll take it. I take all
Yeah,
interaction on a level that's able to be done, and I respect you because you run with two routes.
yeah,
Y'all still rocking the two.
yeah. Everything is good, man. It's busy. It's busy now. It's that time.
Yes, yes, yeah, man.
That time.
That's what we were talking about that last time we talked. It's been about a month since I had you on, and
Yeah.
we spoke about that, and now it's that time. We here.
Everything is better now. It was a little rocky then. It's quiet now. It's how it is
Right.
it's up and down.
Okay. So y'all worked in the warehouse, the things you were dealing with, y'all got all that smoothed out?
Yeah, it's pretty good for now. They still everything is on high alert. I don't know if you heard about. I heard you talking the other week about with the Peppers Farm, the Walmart. So we on high alert in Walmarts right now. They checking our Walmarts and gotta have everything for every tag and you know what I mean.
Really?
Yeah, Walmarts is serious right
Oh,
now.
they're scrutinizing y'all like that. So did they put the digital labels up in y'all Walmarts too?
Yep, they
So
got them.
that's a statewide thing then. At least
Yeah,
I
they
know that.
they got them because I got two Walmarts. I got one in Shelton and one in Norwalk.
Okay. Yeah, so they hit y'all with the thing when we came in that they were like, listen, anybody touches these tags, serious repercussions, this, that, and the other.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear that one. No, but you
Okay, yeah.
can't
So
move them, so I don't think that's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, that's so what happened when hold on, what's up, Los? Breadman, I see you. So what happened is they put the tags up, and that morning when we came in, they were still putting the tags up. The receiver told me, hey, just want to let you know they're putting the digital tags up. They don't want anyone touching them. They said if they touch them, they get a warning, then they're gonna get put out the store, this, that, and the other. I
Yeah.
said, I'm fine with all that. Actually, that ain't what I said. I said, what I say? Because she thought I was being smart. I said, that's all right. Like I was like, and I was saying it to be like, that's all right with me. I'm fine. I don't care about stuff like that. So it wasn't
That's
a big deal for me. I didn't care. And what I'm hearing that the in my area, not my area, I think Rocky Hill, one of the dudes that loads up next to me told me the Pepperidge guy got put out of his Walmart.
oh wow. So it's in Connecticut. I didn't know if it was in
Yes.
Connecticut.
So now you're
Wow.
telling me that they and hold on, someone just said, what was that? Flowers guys are being graded now. Okay, and that's what you're talking about. They
Yeah.
said that, yeah, they're kind of scrutinizing on y'all.
But I talked to a manager in Walmart in Norwalk Wednesday, and he said, yeah, I don't he said, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. I got you all the way.
He said, I didn't hear nothing about that. He said the bread section is good. He's like, only thing I'm worried about is the 4th of July, the rolls. You could keep that full. That's it. So they got they got an inside thing because they don't want it to come to us. So they're trying to catch it and make sure we're on top of everything.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
Okay.
Yes.
So, all right. Yeah, see, I just know, and again, I don't speak with the flowers guys too much in my area. I mean, we cool, we all right. We don't have a bad relationship, but he doesn't share information with me like that. I talk more with my man Carlos that's on here now from Khaleesi, and the guy that does the Martins, Andrew, and the Pepperidge guy. I speak with them, but not really. We don't talk business too often, but I wouldn't know. Hold on, 90% for the week or more, and or we're giving breach letters. Okay, hold on a second. That's Brady Hill. Brady, where you located, if you don't mind me asking? 95% over a month average, and we receive stale forgiveness in that Walmart. I
Yep, we
think he
got
does
that.
flowers too. Yeah.
Yep. So if we stay full, if like he said, that 95%, if I stay within that range, I'll get full relief for stale and Walmarts.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. I like that though.
See, but I like y'all company because y'all don't got that stale issue like us.
Meaning
Like y'all don't gotta work off a stale cap. Like
the cap. Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
at
We
eleven
spoke about
percent.
that one time.
Yeah, I'm at 11% now, so it's even worse. You know what I mean?
Mm, okay. Yeah. See, well, he's in North Carolina. That's what he just said, Greensboro. Okay. North Kakalaki. So even down there, all the way up, so to up here to down there, all the same thing. And I'm sure my man Jay Moore, he's in Colorado, he does flowers. And I'll be anxious to hear his thoughts on that whole thing too. So yeah, man, they got y'all, huh?
But it's
Sheesh.
not it's not
It's not a
it's
bad
not
thing.
really. No, you just gotta be on top of. You just gotta. If you're doing your job, you shouldn't have too much to worry about. You know what
Right.
I mean? It shouldn't be too bad. They trying to micromanage a little bit, but like this week, I had to. They were asking me for pictures out of my Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
So all right. Um oh, so Jamestown. You heard him, Brett man. So listen, but you know what's wild about that? They're asking you for pictures. You could stage, I could make it amazing and take pictures. That's
100%. 100%. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's just how wild that is. Get up off your desk and go take a picture. Come
Now,
out, interact with me.
so I
You know
s-
what I mean?
so I sent it to one of the guys. I sent it to
Mhm.
to him, and he said, "Well, how was it before?" So I sent him after I fixed it up. He said, "Well, how was it before?" I said, "We had every item on the shelf, so every tag was there. I was 95%. I ain't got to worry about that." So I said, so I didn't. He said, "Well, was the before pictures?" I sent the after. I said, "Well, I don't think I even responded to that because I'm like, well, you got pictures." I'm saying in my mind, why are you asking all these questions? I did you a favor already by sending you the picture, which I didn't
Right.
have to. You know what I mean? It's like
I got you.
y'all never happy. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. I try to work with them because
Right.
I try not to have that energy around me. So
I got you. I got you.
show them I'm different, but they just you know,
Right. Let me
yeah.
let me get Clinton in here real quick. I'm gonna jump out so because I like to have both of y'all on. Can you hear me clear, Clinton?
Yes, sir. I can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yup.
Okay. What's up, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They getting crazy with this grading system that they got going on now, man. My ASD is that guy's yeah, he's I guess they own him, so we got to have 95%. Um and the Brady guy, what's the other guy? Um that guy that was in the chat earlier, he's buying out Jamestown. I'm buying out of Goldsboro, so two different bakeries or whatever. But
Mm.
yeah, it's getting serious out here, man.
Yeah, yeah. You. Oh, so
And
you noticed that down your way too, then?
oh man, I think they're under pressure right now. See, and another thing too, I want to ask Jerome. We got a I got a Sam's Club, and in my Sam's Club right now, they got tags out that they technically say this price would never change. Like each they get it's a blue tag. The tariffs right now are going to mess with the product now. That's what I was told by some of the tag changers in my Sam's Club. Um, so the tariffs have
Hold
actually,
on. You said it's gonna mess with the prices for the bread?
yeah, it's coming
What are they
down.
attributing? What are they saying how it's gonna affect? Is it the ingredients?
The ingredients, how much it
Okay.
costs to get them. Um, I have two items that, well, all my bread possibly could go up. But they said by June the 22nd, June or July the 22nd, they have oh man, I got it on my phone right now. I took a picture of it. But I helped that. Well, my competition, Bimbo, one of his products might go up, which if that sucker go up, buddy, ooh, I'm in it. So he doesn't. So he doesn't have that tag on his. Man, that sucker go up, man. I'm about to park the back of the truck at the back of Sam's Club, man.
Oh man. So they put the notice out saying the price is going up.
See, on his hamburger buns, they got the price on it, and I'm still cheaper than him on his hamburger buns by 12 cents. But his hot dog buns, this dude, I'm telling, this dude can sell like 700 packs of hot dog buns a week, right?
The
Fourth of
16s?
July, the 16s, yeah. Because that's what I used to sell. Then when Bimbo came in and undersuit flowers 5 years ago, man, they completely kicked me out. So I'm typically starting all the way back over again. But
Mm.
I'm back in there now with my home pride hot dog and hamburger buns at 366. He's at 378 with his hamburger buns and at 358 with his hot dog buns. But when they put that notice up on the prices. These prices were never changed because of the tariffs. It's like it's for the member to let the member know that this price is fixed,
Hmm.
and that that fixed price is not on his hot dog bun, so they could go up. So and all of our bread, they don't have fixed prices on our bread right now. All the Wonder, the Sara Lee, so all those prices they will probably go up because of the
I'm
tariffs.
I'm anxious to see how that would affect me because it's not
Yeah, it's
saying
going to.
like my BJ's, I have
Yeah,
everything in the store from the
it's
the
going to.
Wesley Farms, their bread to every other label that we
You're
sell,
fine.
except Thomas. Except
Well,
Thomas.
you'll be.
So go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well,
No,
I'm
no,
just saying you'll be fine because you don't have
yeah.
any competition. You know what
Oh
I
no, no,
mean?
no. No, in my BJ's, everyone's in there. Pepperidge, Flowers. I have the Khaleesi, which Carlos up here, he's in there. Martin's, everyone's around me, but everyone
Okay.
has one rack
Mhm.
and or a rack and a couple shelves. I have six.
Mm,
So and then I have a couple shelves. I split with a couple people on the shelves. Like with the flowers guy, we split one rack. I have the two two top shelves and he has the ones under me.
Yeah, that's how
But
my
then right next
Okay.
to him, I
position is.
have two whole racks. Then down, I have two more. And then on the top of
Okay.
one of those, he has his rolls. And my guy, I mean, like I said, we don't have any problems. We cool, but he doesn't flood it with the rolls like that. You know what I mean? And it's
Oh
not,
wow. You know,
yeah, he doesn't. And they have the keto.
oh
And people go crazy for that keto bread and those rolls.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah,
he,
yeah.
and he comes in and he does his thing. Don't get me wrong, but not like he probably could, as far as that's concerned. But what I was gonna say is Brandon, that's on with me here sometimes. He does he's with our company now and he has the Thomas, but he used to have the Sam's Club in Connecticut in a section up in like part of Connecticut. And what you're
Yeah.
saying, I went to interview him one time. He was in there doing his store. I couldn't believe how much hots and hams he really had, like
Yes.
racks with the 16s, and it was ridiculous.
Yes.
It was like he had the cheap product and he was bringing in Freihofer
Yes.
16s, and it was
Yes.
flying. Let alone he
Yeah.
had the regular bread. Oh, that Sam's Club, that was a powerhouse.
Yeah,
So I
man.
get
That's
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 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 My Sam's Club. I mean, this is the only one. The next one is an hour away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
even better, man.
yeah, yeah. I lied. An hour and 15 minutes away. So typically, I get everything in the PD to the surrounding area at
Gotcha.
my
So
at my Sam's. But
so Lamar, like when you I heard you saying you got the Norwalk and the Shelton, like the Walmart, you bring everything in there that you guys sell.
Yeah, Norwalk and Shelton. Yeah, we bring. Yeah, Norwalk hold a lot more products because it's like almost like a super center.
It's a super, yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy, real heavy.
Right. So you
We
probably
bring.
like my man, the one that comes in, Jose, that comes in that does the flowers in the Walmart I'm in, because I only have the private label in the Walmart I'm in. He has
Yeah,
everything else.
yeah,
And he comes in heavy. He comes
yeah,
in heavy.
yeah. You
So
need a lot of stuff, and now like what Clint was saying with that in stock. Now like some items I used to cut off because they didn't sell. It was just like I'm pulling a tray of the 15. I don't know if you heard them, Clint. The OFH muffins, the little packs. You ever seen those? The OFH muffins. Y'all
we
probably
don't.
don't.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
don't.
don't got those.
Y'all don't carry those down there. So
Uh-uh.
they did little cheap muffins. They 15 a tray, and I might put a
That's the
tray
brand
in.
name.
No, it's
OFH.
OFH. Yeah, yeah,
OFH. No, I
yeah.
haven't heard of it.
Never heard of that one. Yep. So they got
Mm-mm.
those in my Walmart. Put a tray in. I might sell four. So I start cutting
Okay.
stuff off because it's not selling. It don't make
You're
sense
right.
for
You're right.
business. So now with this new stuff that they going around checking everything, certain stuff I probably could cut because long as I stay within that 95%, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh
But
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah, man.
they on it right now out here though with that.
What?
They
Oh,
on it.
I got a text, man. I get a text. My ASD, he texts all his Walmart guys every day what their grade is every single day.
Oh, see,
Now some of,
my ASD, he's trash. He's not like that. He's you know what? Remember I was talking. He's not like. Remember I was talking to y'all about all the
yeah,
company
yeah,
routes they had.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So last week, three dudes who was running the company routes, they told him Saturday, yo, those three routes are sold. Monday, y'all gonna be doing other stuff. So they sold those. Remember I told you there's a bunch of company guys in my warehouse.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
there's only one company route. Was two company routes now when it was like five or six.
yeah. They buying them up. Yeah,
They
yeah. They
buying
realize. Yeah,
and I'm happy because you know what I mean. My ASD
yeah.
brought a lot of his guys in from Khaleesi to he quit Khaleesi, came to Flowers to be an ASD, and he brought like
Come on.
five or six Khaleesi guys with him, and they started running the routes.
Mm.
They started running the open routes that nobody owned for like the last year and some change.
Oh wow.
So now they're all bought up. But my ASD, he went in my Walmart 2 weeks ago, took pictures. I had some holes. He started complaining, and I'm like, he sent me and he had the marketing vice president a text, and I'm like, bro, this just came out a week and a half ago. Y'all just like I already knew this was going on. You just coming up the last day saying I'm like, this was never a problem for the last year and a half. Now that y'all on high alert in Walmart, you want to go crazy. I said you gotta relax,
Oh yeah,
give us a chance to get all the items, then let me work from there. Don't just jump out the window. You know what I mean?
you know it's so crazy. So they cut them first. The distributor didn't know they needed distributor.
Yeah.
So them ASDs and them they jobs on the line right now, man. Because Walmart's a big dog. Walmart, whatever Walmart says, it goes. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't, yeah, Walmart, you can't lose it. I mean, having a Walmart right now, you can. And I got my Walmart and my Sam's Club are in the same parking lot.
Wow.
I share a parking lot with both
Wow.
those two stores together. Yeah, they like literally walking distance 2 minutes apart. I can walk from
Well,
the entrance.
you won't ever be late to one or the other.
Well,
Whichever
shit.
one you at, the next one
Try me.
is right behind. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Try me. I'll be late.
So that's
Hey,
dope. So listen, Jay Moore just said they want the callbacks at 6 and got to be there by 5. Then Brady chimed in,
Yeah.
same thing down there. So that would be the same format you got to follow as well, huh, Clint?
Oh yeah.
yeah, they
Well,
How
see, you
want
about
know what?
Lamar? Do they ever hit y'all with that too?
yeah, they trying to get me in there by 5, but I try to long as I got the product in there, my product should be on the shelf at 5 so to give us time to because I can't get there at 5. I gotta
No.
stop at Westport. I can't do that,
Right.
bro. It's impossible.
See, see, the game that I play is I play this game because I don't get up there early, right?
Yes, sir.
So I I figure out. I say, okay, so how many loaves can I fit on this shelf? Because I'm the
Yeah.
type of guy. I don't do. I'm a tag tucker too. So I tuck those tails, man. That bread. I'm a habitual tail tucker. So everything in my store has all the tails have been tucked. So I can fit, man, whatever the shelf can fit,
You fitting it.
it's
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
it's
Now
in there.
listen, you said
So
we know we go the same route.
yeah.
Smart.
We
I'm
go
in
the
there
same route. Ain't
because
that
that's the
right,
only
Lamar?
way. I'm one of the Walmarts. I don't run out, man. I don't run out. I'm
No.
a heavy orderer, man. I get
So
it.
with
I'm
that
a
being
yeah,
said, I like what you're saying because I go the same route. And I had this
yeah.
conversation with a manager a month ago, probably 3 weeks, yeah, before Memorial. And he met me at the back door one day when I got there. And I think I talked about it on here. And I said, okay, come on, let's go. We walked in and I looked and I said, okay, did I miss something? You know, you got this, you got that. This is here, that everything's there. If I have everything on the shelf, you can't say I'm out of product.
Facts.
You want it to look like I just left all day long. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And I told
Facts.
them, I'm here. I want to make money. I want to do good business. But like El just said, there's no way you can't feasibly every day be there. Everyone wants you there at 5. Everyone wants you there before 6. Everyone, it's not going to work.
So
It's not going to work.
I'm gonna
Facts.
bypass these
Facts.
2 stops that's right there just to get to you.
Never gonna happen. I'm never driving by someone to get to you unless it's one of my spots that I know has no bread for whatever reason, and I have to give them something.
Facts. Yeah.
You
Facts.
know what I
Facts.
mean?
Facts. Facts, man.
Similar to hold on, what? Luckily my Walmart on the way home. Oh yeah, they talking about the callback. So that's what I was gonna say. They want the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock pack out where we're at. If you go there, you went back. So they could say they want you at 5 or 6, but if I show up at 1:30, I was just here at, like you said, 6 o'clock. What's the problem? I can't, if you're going to run out. Am I saying that wrong? If I
No,
know
you're
this
right.
store is banging like that, it's the 3rd of the month. If I know I need to go back, I'm going to go back, but I'm not going just because, I've showed up at the store and I'm like, why did I come here?
100%. You get there and then every
Yeah.
item's on the shelf.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's a
right.
waste of time.
Yeah.
It's a waste, man. And I mean, like other than Brady just said, his is on the way home. Mine is kind of, but I gotta go another highway to get. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that all the time.
Nah, it's
I'm
a
not
headache.
doing that. So it's different if I lived in town and had a store where I live, but it's not the case. What's Jay Moore? The average Walmart takes at least 2 hours of service per day. There's no way you could be done by 5. Usually the back door opens by 4. It absolutely does. Yeah, you must definitely have a serious store if you in there for 2 joints. That's me
Yeah,
on
I'm
a
in mine for
holiday.
3.
That's
I'm
me on
on
a
3 hours
holiday or
sometimes.
a Monday when I'm putting up all the tables and doing my inventory and all that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm in there like that in that BJ's. So, but I can imagine, like I said, you guys have those stores where you're bringing every product in your
Yeah, man. I
powerhouses.
gotta. Oh yeah, man. I'll do. Oh man, I can. Yeah, I'll do some numbers in my Walmart, man.
Yeah, no
Yeah, I'm,
doubt.
I'm in
I
there
get
for a
it.
while. I'm in there
But
for a
this is,
while, man.
but that's the business, right? That's the
It
business.
is.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know
it
for
what
is.
it
sure.
is, man. And I just, not that I don't like it, but it's crazy when I hear people whining about it. You know what this
Yeah,
is. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
yeah.
Clint. Hey, Clint. How's your Dave's Killer doing down there?
Uh,
I don't mean to
in
jump
my
off
area,
topic.
where I'm at, I can sell it, but man, they doing some backhanded stuff, man. Flowers, we don't own the rights to Dave's Killer, man. So now
Right.
they got those Dave Killer rolls and those little.
They bringing them in Walmart themselves.
They bring it up
Yeah,
exactly.
the
I mean,
rocket rolls.
why can't you sell it to me? Then I can sell it to the customer. So
Yeah,
they doing something. They know we don't own the rights to it, so they're back doing us with that. Um, yeah, man. But I can sell. I'll probably order maybe $2,000 a week
yeah,
of Dave's Killer. Some
yeah.
of my guys, some guys there, they can't sell it because I got a lot of rural area. I'm in Florence, South Carolina, so
Okay.
that's the city. I'm in the city, more of the city area, but typically all around it is rural. So
Yeah,
people around here like white bread. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
The Dave's is selling out here where I'm at. We can't keep up with it.
I bet so. I mean, well, y'all had yeah, that's healthy. That's healthy eating right there. It's
Yeah,
costly, but it's healthy eating. You know?
yeah.
yeah,
They
you
they
know what I
they.
find? It's like people want to buy it to say that's what it's like Gucci.
Yeah,
It's like Louis. They
Yeah,
want to buy
exactly.
that's all I
yeah,
eat is Dave's and I get the good stuff. And then,
yeah.
Yeah,
okay. I said,
yeah,
cool, cool.
yeah.
I respect it, man. I get your money, fellas. I
That's a
respect it,
fact.
man. But you
Jerome, I
understand
want
what
to
I'm
ask.
saying. They want to buy it to say they buying it, you know?
That's
Yeah,
yeah. You right.
I want to ask you a question, Rome.
Talk to
So,
me.
did y'all coach? Did y'all dates change yet?
Meaning, are they longer?
Well, I know they were longer. Y'all typically get about 2 weeks, right?
Yes. Some stuff is like 2.5.
Do you know they? I'm telling you, look out for this. You know Maha, right? Maha, Robert Robert F. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Okay.
over the
I know the
FDA
guy.
type.
I know the
Okay,
guy. I
Yeah,
know
I
okay.
the
know you.
guy.
Yeah,
So
I know you
right,
talking about. Yeah,
right, right now, Flowers jumped on it really quick. So Flowers followed Bimbo to the 2 week thing. I know
Yep.
Lamar, you know about that too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
We
know what
have
they
that.
did last month, the beginning of last month. I think it was the month of May. They went back. So now we're back at a week now. Some products we
Mm.
got, what I remember one time I had 5 days on some product. But I've noticed you guys stayed at 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we still at like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I think so. Yeah,
Oh, y'all
like a
still
week.
at 2 weeks right now?
Yeah, it's a little. No, it's less. It went down. Remember, it was at like 3 weeks at one time, two and a half
Yeah,
Yeah.
weeks.
But
exactly,
that's why I said
exactly,
2.5,
exactly.
Yeah,
something like that. And some products, you know what? It's tricky. It might be 9 days.
yeah.
It's tricky. And you know what's going on? Not to cut you off, Clint. I think I didn't now that you say that, somewhere it shifted because some product is still 2 weeks, some is shorter, and they
Yeah,
may be
look,
messing up. They may be messing up. You know what I mean?
man, these additives that now he's placing illegal, like aren't helpful for the human consumption now. A lot of
Yep.
that stuff is in our bread. So what the companies now are trying to get ahead of it. So just look for some products to start scaling back on that dates because flowers already in our era we already went back to a week. We got a week now to sell a product. We had 2 weeks before, but now we only have a week now.
That's on Wonder Bread everything.
That's on everything. They
That's
didn't do it with the Dave's Killer, but they like our Wonder Bread. We got Bunny over here. All our Nature's Own products. All of that stuff went back to a week.
no, I noticed
Yeah.
it because the last few loaves I just seen, I noticed that I'm like, wow, this is close.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that. Yeah, that making America healthy again. He is really coming after a lot of the FDA. The FDA is going to be um, going after a lot of companies that like with the blue dyes and the red dyes and the yellow five. You remember that red that
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that they had
yeah.
in certain.
Red
So
dye number
yeah,
9 and all that stuff. Yeah.
man, all of that stuff is going to be
Eliminated.
excommunicated from a lot of products, eliminated from a lot of products, man.
So we're gonna, so
So
you probably have to cut back when they start doing that. Then that's gonna make you watch it more because the dates are gonna be shorter now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
oh
So
yeah,
yeah, Jay
Yeah.
Moore, he does flowers up there, Colorado, said the same thing, the 7-day code as well. Hold on
yeah.
a second. Oh yeah, Brady, Beanbo in my territory didn't require to do callbacks. Yeah, we're not. So here's the thing with us with the Walmart. It's not required. It's like in somewhere, I'm sorry, I can't remember. The language says something like kind of like it would be nice if you did. And I'm
Yeah,
saying it
I love,
wrong because one of the
I love.
dudes told me I gotta go look and I'll have it for you next week. The way they word it is like not it would be nice, but it's kind of like not required, but it's expected. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, I got you.
It's expected.
I
So,
love, I
which is
love
wild.
my, I love my bimbo guys. Oh,
It's
I love
automatically
them so
a,
much.
a no pick. Requires you to order at least 2 trays of Dave's a week. Sucks for those that can't sell. Okay, yeah, see? It's like you gotta have it. You know what I mean? That's Brady down there with you down in North Carolina.
So yeah, but flowers. I'm looking at flowers eating the stems. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll order it. Yeah, you eating it as long as you're eating it. Yeah, I'll keep it in there. You know.
You gotta pull the
Yeah,
Dave's early. Supposed to pull 3 days before the best buy date, but now you have to pull 5 days so you don't get a nil pick. And
but they
that's
got
what
a
we.
date on the bag with us. I don't know if you guys don't. Our date, that date, that other number that's on the bag
Oh
next
yeah,
to
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
one
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
first
how.
date and a
Yeah,
second date. We all
Yeah.
have
We
we have
got
the
yeah,
same
that.
thing, but what happens with
yeah,
us? Yeah, the first date is the poll date. The last one is the expiration.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it used to be for us, but we don't have. We talked about this. We don't have the thrift stores. It used to be we'd pull it, they bring it to the thrift store and run it right to that date. And
Mm.
it's just wild. I told you, I said this before, and people can watch it, see it, and the people from the company will hear this, and I don't care. We bring the bread back and it goes nowhere.
It
Yeah.
goes no. Wow, wow,
It
wow.
goes somewhere, but it could go somewhere.
I got you.
You feel me?
Yeah, we got a lot of hog farmers around us, so they come,
And they
they
they they
snatch
deal
our
with the
product up.
farmers as well, and they still deal with some of the charities, So I
I
don't know
got you.
exactly what happens. I just know it used to be I'd see this church, I'd see this community action company. You know what I mean? You see the
Yeah.
vans and the people, and it was just we saw okay, they're really giving this to the people. They're putting it in the boxes, they're loading it in the vans and the trucks. And who am I? What am I? Not my $1 billion company, right?
Facts.
But
Facts.
Nah,
but people
ours
are
Yeah.
is ours.
starving.
Ours go to waste. It go right in a trailer and get sent back.
Yeah, and no, and I know they do that with most of ours too, man. Which is
Yeah.
I think is sad, but again,
I'm still
I,
attached to a thrift store though.
I'm
So
still
I'm
thinking
still
there's
attached.
some way that somewhere it could be beneficial, right? Oh, y'all still have a thrift store?
Yeah, I'm still attached to a thrift store that's actually up and running.
I think you said that before. We were talking
Yeah,
about
I'm attached to one. Yeah,
yeah.
so they're still up and running and they're still pumping. Yeah, so they're still selling what they can
Lamar,
and the
y'all do
hog
that
farmers
too?
pick up the rest.
Now our thrift stores closed like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah, a
thought
lot of
so because where I'm at, there's a depot about my house about 15 minutes from here. I see the dude that does my Walmart and does my territory sometimes
Yeah.
when I'm on my way to go to my depot. And I say to him, I see him in the store, I'm like, late start today, huh? He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's saying to me, you had a late start. I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. Whole Foods just had a problem too. They said it was something with the cyber attack where they couldn't get their what is it their what is their private label bread for the last 2 weeks. So they kept asking us to bring more Daves and bring more Daves. I'm like, we already backed up with Daves. I only could bring in what I got. So yeah, I heard of
Oh, because the
like
Whole Foods a healthy store. They must sell a lot of it.
yeah. So they like I said, they couldn't get their private label bread for the last 2 weeks.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Is
that
there
thing been
Aldi's? Is there
yeah, yeah.
Aldi's up there?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got I think three Audis, two or three Audis.
Did Aldi's charge you pay by scan this week?
Pay by scan
Oops. Them suckers hit me for 864.
for what?
Me and another yo. Look at I looked at my statement. I was like, they said that they didn't charge flowers distributors pay by scan since 2024.
Oh
So
no,
they
I
took
didn't.
it all at one time.
No, I didn't see that. Nope. Nah,
Man, they got
nah.
me and we got two Aldis here. They got me and another distributor yeah, today. Because
So
at Juneteenth, everything's closed tomorrow, so we all got
Settlement
the
today.
bank you got our settlements today. They charged me mine was 816. His was 864. They got him.
so
I'm like,
with
what?
the conversion dates when y'all did the conversion to pay by scan, was it an issue or something?
It was an issue then, all right? Then they cleared that up, right? You
Okay.
remember that? You remember when they did that? You remember that
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
they came in and we were just signing and to have them sign them, and then they went over to pay by scan. Right
Yeah.
once they went to pay by scan, they said from that time, from pay by scan all the way up until now, they didn't charge us any pay by. They didn't charge us for any shrinkage, and they hit us today, dog. I looked there. I was like, "What in the world? What you go
Yo,
like?" And I,
they
huh?
just hit a guy out of my depot for like had to be like 40 something hundred shop right because I don't know if you got shop I
Oh
don't know
my
if you
god!
got a shop right down there where you at. You
No,
got so the
nah,
shop
nah, nah.
so we about to do a conversion and shop right will be paid by scan also because we get checked in right now.
Oh,
Yeah, so he did the conversion too early, so
mm,
he got hit. So they going back looking for tickets and they took all the money from him.
$4,700.
Yeah, it was a lot. So he's fighting to get it back. He's fighting to get it back. He's looking for tickets. Yeah. So he asked me, he said, well, you didn't do it. I said, no, I didn't do it because I said, you seen the group chat. I asked the ASV, when is the date we doing it? And he said, oh, I got to check. So I said, damn, man, why would you go do the
Wow.
conversion and you ain't have a clear date? So now they said we doing it July 7th.
Mm,
Yeah. So I
yeah,
hate when they do that conversion because that could cause a lot of
no
problems.
problem. Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
right.
I hate that thing, man.
You're right, man. Man, you're right, man. Because
They
that
listen,
was,
man.
yeah.
They know how to take money real fast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's almost. You remember? I don't know if you any flowers guys in here. Do you remember that time when they didn't pay us? They skipped it. They skipped the week and decided to send them. I don't. Maybe it might not have happened where you guys at, but over here they didn't. We didn't get paid that typically that Friday. They made
Okay.
everybody wait to like a Thursday or something,
How
or we.
long
I
ago was
thought, and
that?
then oh man, it had to been the beginning of this year, maybe towards the end of last year.
No,
Um,
I don't recall that one.
yeah, they did not pay us at all. They didn't pay us. Something happened. They said it was some glitch or something. I
Yeah,
thought it was a money transfer, and
yeah.
then after that happened, they just bought Simple Meals. Oh, okay, so he probably collects a lot of cash. Brady, yeah, Brady Hill collects a lot of cash. See, I don't collect a lot of cash at all. I probably might collect most I collect every week is like $300.
Yeah,
Everything else,
I don't like man, what I learned, like I just had an issue in one of my stores with Estelle where we was getting, we was getting big checks some week 1,700. I said, you know what? Because that listen, that
Oh
eleven
yeah,
percent, that 11% kicked in. So we was pulling stales. This one was at 15%. So I said, you know what? I said, just layer them out. I don't want no stales coming out that store. No more than $40 twice a week.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
you gotta know when to
You
adjust.
gotta know, yeah, yeah, man. Cause
So
they,
I
yeah,
told my
man, they.
guy, I said, go light, because it's a healthy store. They sell decent amount of bread, but I said go light. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
I I only have one spot, or I cut out all my other smaller stops that were cash, so I only have one that's cash.
yeah, they
So
not
I don't
working
really
for
have
real,
that
man.
issue. Everything else is scam based, and it's never a problem. Me myself, where I was messing up was with my doing my settlement tickets when I was leaving the store. If I forget a product, I was bringing it in, and me and the guy, I probably will add it to it, and that's where I was having the hiccup because the store wasn't matching mine, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I got you.
so
Yeah.
they would always call for a POD, like we want to see it. So I had to
Hmm.
email the settlement to settlement, back and forth with those
Yeah,
copies.
the PODs is a headache. I know what you mean.
So what I did
Yeah,
was I don't care if it's one piece in the
yeah.
store, I'm telling them we're not adding, I'm making a new ticket, new invoice number, everything. I haven't had a problem since. And again, I learned before. I thought, man, I'm not doing all. Nah,
That'd be 40,
headache.
50, 60, 70, 80. That keep adding up.
But you know
Adding
what
up, yeah.
happens? It goes to what Clint said. Say it's happening right now, they're gonna ask me for it in December or next January. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Yeah, because they'll do their yearly audit when they're running their numbers.
that's what happened.
We Yeah, and that's what happened. They were kind of
Hmm.
fine tooth combing
No,
everything, so to
I
say.
got hit like that in Costco.
Right.
I got hit like that.
Oh,
And
I
they
sold
ask you for a bunch of old
yeah, they asked me for
invoices.
tickets from 9 months ago because I was like I had, I might have a lot of backstock. So I sell it in and I credit it out, sell it back in on Monday. So they got me. They got me for like $1,500, Costco.
See?
Yeah, they
oh,
asked me
wow.
for the flowers
Yeah, because
emailed me.
it's like court. The burden of proof is on
Yeah,
you.
they emailed me and I couldn't the dates that I sent them, they was from credited out tickets, so they got me. They was like, yeah, these don't match up. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
I said, oh, never again. We going light. You
Square
know?
peg. Listen, square peg, round hole.
Yeah,
Nah, we're not
I
doing
got you. Everything I get going on the shelf because I can't leave backstock in my Costco because everybody took advantage. So they said nobody backstock. You know what I mean? It'd be
Oh, wow.
25. It'd be 25 stacks of backstock in the back every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
listen,
man. This,
that's a
yeah,
lot of bread, man. I
that's
Yeah,
a
mean, in the
lot of
grand
bread,
scheme of
dog.
things, and just because you couldn't prove it again, but that's what we're talking about. Let them owe us money.
yeah,
Hell,
Yeah,
going through hell to get
yeah,
that money.
yeah.
man. The paperwork don't lie, dog. That paperwork, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
and that's
Paperwork
what it
don't
is.
lie.
and
Yeah,
like Clint said, it's true because I knew the tickets didn't match up, but
yeah, 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 yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't. No, it wasn't like that. I figured though. I'm like, no, I'm figuring like maybe, but I knew it was credited out. But I said, you know what, y'all wanted me to order more because you said y'all wanted backstock. Y'all don't want me to go under a certain threshold in
Mm-hmm.
Costco.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? Now I'm gonna do my orders for now, and I ain't helping y'all no more. You
Right.
know what I
No,
mean?
I get it. I get it. It's I know somebody who had a route, and what happened was the receiver wasn't there, their system was down, so they were still bringing the product. And then once they got the system up and running, the person said, "Well, I did bring this on this day. Here's my ticket." And they're saying, "Well, we don't have one. You didn't have you know what I mean?" And it was
Yeah,
that back
Yeah,
and forth. So they're like, "We're not paying the company." The company's like, "We're taking it from you."
yeah.
You got no wins.
We get hit
yeah,
first,
yeah,
and we can't. There's nothing we can do.
So now what?
yeah.
Now you got to go to, well, run the tape. I was in here on July 9th. Show me the video that says I wasn't here. It's like those things you got to go that far, and they're like, we're not doing that. You know
Nope.
what I mean?
So how you guys checked in? You took we in those big your BJ's and your Costco's.
Oh no, I'm
Cause
just
then,
coming through the back door. They open the door, I come in, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
my
all.
B my
really?
B my
Yeah,
So you
BJ's
pay
I
by
pay by
10.
scan.
yeah. Them is scan based.
Oh, y'all pay, okay, wow.
Yeah,
Cause
I only have
Sam's, we gotta
one.
have a,
Yeah, the Walmart and all that, but just one store. Like I said, there's one Big Y, which would be like a Publix or a Wegmans down there. So that store, I get checked in, and that's the one where I had to bring that POD. They're not playing. It's
okay,
Big Y,
yeah,
and then I get it, and the dude is good, and and it's not a problem. It was my doing. Again, I accept responsibility for how bad that was. My partner told me, he said, "Listen, man, I don't care. You got to hold these things forever sometimes and have
Mm.
them in order." And I used to be seriously diligent with it. And then I got sloppy.
See,
And
but my Whole Foods, they good. Like I had an issue with Whole Foods with the PODs too, but Whole Foods you gotta get checked in with that ticket, so there's no way it can get lost.
exactly.
yeah,
So they go and they'll print out whatever I need and it's right there. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right. And that's how I feel about the Big Y that I'm talking about. Like there's at least they have theirs. And
Yeah,
it's dope because if like say whatever date I could go in and tell my man, listen, I need this. He could look it right up. Here you go.
yeah. Two
He told
minutes.
me I'm not signing anything you print or bring in here. That's not mine. But I'll print that same date out and sign mine. Cool. I take it in, the money's the money. Like you said, the numbers, the numbers. But
you know what I'm saying?
going back to Brady, said he got 13-ish cash accounts ranging from 150 to a stack a week.
Oh yeah,
So, like you
yeah.
said,
You
you could
know,
tell from what
yeah,
he was saying he has to pay that it was
yeah,
cash
yeah,
heavy.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And he's
So
probably, and I wonder, he probably's in a rural area too. He
he said
said,
it. He
Greensboro.
said where he was at. He said he was in
Oh, Greensboro.
yes, in the Greensboro
Well,
area.
Greensboro kind of, it has a city part to it, but he's probably in a like a lot of mom and pops and things of that nature.
Mm.
A lot of hot dog, hamburger buns, white bread. You know how you got people that can't afford to drive all the way
He's
to the big stores.
Jamestown. He's out of Jamestown.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what he
yeah,
said. I had to go back. He said it in the chat. He's out of Jamestown. But
mm,
yeah, man, that's wild, the POD thing. So North Carolina, Madison, what's that? Maiden area? Oh, I got it right here. Look, that's where he's at.
okay, okay.
And look what
Yeah,
Carlos said is crazy because the store made the money, but they'll never tell you that. Yeah, the burden
of
of proof
course,
is on you.
of course, of course.
100%. 100%.
Y- Your
They don't
gas.
care.
100%.
And
They
y'all be
want
prepared. Gas is going up too. Be prepared for that.
I heard about that.
Yeah, be prepared for that.
How much you
That
think it's gonna go up? You think that's because of the stuff in the Middle East?
yeah, of course, it has to be, and it's a good reason to say, hey, send it. You know what I mean? You talking about Iran and yeah, man. Oh yeah, gas is going up, brother. So
Mm.
be prepared for that too, man. Yeah, it's a lot of
He said his
uh,
Food Lion sells more than his Walmart.
what?
It must be Brady? Is it a small Walmart or is the Food Lion?
What?
That's wild. And I mean, I'm not even down there, but I know what Food Lion is.
Yeah.
I just passed when I was down in the VA area 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah, man. What? Okay.
it must be. But
Yeah.
there are some small
Hey,
WalMarts too, though,
hey,
Clint.
and Clint, they just fired I think a VP of flowers in one of my areas too.
Telling you though, the
So
ones
that's
at the
why.
top.
So my marketing vice president took over all his stores. So like you said with this Walmart thing, this never happened before, right? So
No,
the ASD and the MVP is in all the group chats together now with us, and if it's something about a store. So I guess it's something going on where
doggone right.
nobody's taking nobody word no more.
No, nah, because the
And I'm like,
ASDs right now, like you said, they're trash. My ASD, this dude would deliver. He'll deliver for you. This dude goes. I hate if anything ever happened to him because he does this job. But I know a lot of ASDs, man. They trash, man. I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Mm.
So now they in the group chat together when it's something with us. So it's like I'm like, oh, okay, it's some kind of friction going on.
Yeah, man.
So it's
Their
something
jobs
going
on the
on.
line. They can
Yeah,
easily be cut. Cause think, man, I like my ASD to death, but I can run my business without them.
Oh,
You
hold
know
on
what
a
I mean?
second. I think Carlos
exactly.
knows the guy. Is that his name right there, Lamar?
Huh?
Carlos is asking, is that his name? He said his name is Rudy.
Yeah,
Is
his
it
name is.
Rudy?
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah, he knew him.
Oh, he
Look,
knows
Carlos,
them.
Carlos does Khaleesi, but he been out in this business for a
Oh yeah,
long
yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah. So he knows Rudy. Rudy came from Khaleesi.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, he wasn't
Mm.
doing a good job.
So how is Rudy at Khaleesi, Carlos? Because I heard a bunch of different stories about him.
Carlos, you could jump in if you got a minute. I put the thing in there.
I heard a bunch of different stories about him, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Every it's crazy. A
He
lot,
said
a
he's
lot.
laughing.
He know.
Oh, he's
It's,
asking his food line like Publix.
No.
Nah,
Well, I don't know if I mean no, it's not like no.
the Publix I go in,
Food
they're
line.
pretty like they sell food. They're more
Yeah, high
friendly, like
dollar.
more family atmosphere. You could get lunch. You know what I mean?
To me, they're like a Harris Teeter, right? You think Publix is like a Harris Teeter? Are you
I'm
used to
not
Harris Teeter?
familiar with Harris Teeter.
Okay. Yeah, that to me, they seem like a Harris Teeter. But I've never been in the Publix.
He said he
We're
actually.
getting one.
Oh, he's from Gold Medal.
Yeah, we're getting one.
You getting what the
We're getting
Publix?
a Publix. Yeah, we're getting a Publix in next year. They already bought the land. I thought I was getting it, but
How far away from you is it?
oh, it's maybe it's a
Right over the
couple of
line.
streets. Couple of streets, yeah. Yeah, it's right on, yeah. The guy that's getting it, he deserves it though. Well, my ASD wanted my ASD like, yeah, man, because he know how I push. But like I said, my ASD man, like I said, he coolest guy in the world, man. But it's not. He make all the other ASDs look like he my ASD go over and beyond. You know how some people don't like being replaced, easily replaced, so they go harder and they do extra. So it's like when they gone, you like. like,
You looking for him?
they're gone. You know what I mean? Like if he ever was to leave, man. But the ASD before him kind of got me trained and to the point of I run my business. I don't ask for help. I just ask, hey, make sure the bread I ordered is at the back of my door. That's all I ask for. I don't need a hand. I don't want none of that. You know what I mean? Just give me my bread, man. But
I
with
see
my
you, Lo.
ASD now, he'll make you that guy, man. That guy's amazing, man. I'll give him that. But
Okay,
yeah,
hold on,
these other ASDs, well,
hold on.
So do
There
he
you
ask you for
go,
pictures? Do he ask you for
Lamar.
pictures at Walmart?
Lamar, there you go. You
no.
can ask him about your guy right now. There go Carlos.
Yeah.
Going on, guys?
What
Hey,
up?
what's up, man?
What's up, Los?
Laying back, waiting for that game to come on.
Yeah,
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 me too, man. You know they going.
yeah.
It's a rap, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
They said what they said. Yes, sir. I said no, sir. No, sir. But yeah, man. Yeah. So, Okay, so you were Khaleesi. Okay. Yeah. You.
So you
yeah,
know
I've been,
Rudy Carlos, right?
yeah, I know Rudy pretty well.
Oh wow.
And
Oh
who's
wow.
Rudy? Your ASD?
Yeah, that's
No,
my ASD now.
yeah,
Okay.
he was an RSR when he worked for Khaleesi. But
Okay.
he's originally from Gold. I mean, he worked for different companies. He also worked for IBC. Um,
Oh,
I think
okay. Okay.
I think he was what do they call those? Not a mug'em. I forgot to. I'm starting to forget their names, their titles. But he was a sales rep. That's what he was for IBC, and then from there, I believe he went to Gold Medal. He was one of the big bosses up in Gold Medal. And then from there, I think from what he had told me, he got tired of it from all the traveling that he was doing. So he wanted to try something different, and he went to Khaleesi. I think he did almost a year or two, something like that. And he ended up leaving. Just to put it in a nice way, I don't want to put his business. I don't want
Nah,
to put
he
his business out there, but
you know he bought a lot
uh,
of Khaleesi guys with him over the flowers.
yeah, he did. There was a lot of stuff going on with Khaleesi. Just like every company, we all go through our stuff. There's
Yeah.
not a perfect company out here, so out
No.
there. Um, yeah, a lot of guys were unhappy, so he dragged a lot of guys with him to gold medal. I was thinking about going over there, but thank God it didn't happen because and look what happened now. They ended up selling all the routes. I, I would have been trying to
Gold
get back to
medal.
Khaleesi. Not
What's
gold
gold
medal,
medal?
flower.
Flowers.
Oh,
Oh, you was
Flower.
gonna.
flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, you was gonna come over too.
About a year ago, I was planning to go,
Oh
but I said,
wow.
yeah, because the guys were telling me, you guys were getting paid pretty good.
They they were
The
selling
bank.
their rounds.
Well, now they did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
remember.
what that's what Lamar was just saying a
Remember.
minute ago. The
Remember, I
three
just
routes they just sold them.
Yeah, I think the last route they just sold it. I think a few days ago, something like that, or last week.
no one
Uh,
No,
guy
Carlo.
that is two routes. Is well, they just took a few stores from the last route that's there. So the one route that's still available is don't really do no numbers. Then the is another route that I heard one of the buyers just backed out of. So he didn't even
yeah,
show up
I
this
I
morning.
just actually saw Marcus today. He was telling
Yeah.
me.
He didn't show
Um,
up for work this morning.
yeah,
So
because he was on
what
he
was
was
the
on
biggest
vacation. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my bad. What was the biggest route there? Do what numbers for you to say? Because you said Carlos, you said you were going to go there, but then they end up selling like the routes end up the company end up buying the routes back, right?
Well. For what Flower was known for, what they do is they for a while they'll sell the route, and then they'll do is they'll breach the contract. That's what Rudy was doing.
Oh,
Plus some other stuff that he was doing that he got away with, but but then what they ended up doing, they got a lot of these guys, so they were working for the company, not that they were IOs, and what they were doing is they were building the routes, so they wanted to see big numbers because a lot of the guys
mm,
supposedly they're not doing their job, and their number was
I got you.
dropping. So they were not servicing the store the proper way. So instead of going 3 times a week or 4 times, like if you have a club store, if you have good club stores, you should go to every day. These guys were
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
maybe 3 times a week,
yeah,
if that.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
what they'll do is they'll order a shitload of product and they'll leave it in the back room and don't even bother going. And
100%.
so because of one vendor, everybody else gets punished for that.
Of
But
course.
so what they did is they hire a lot of they hire guys from Khaleesi, and what they did is they build these route to a certain number. Once they reach that certain number, what they did is they were selling the routes little by little, and they didn't even say anything to these guys. They just did it right behind their back.
Mm.
So that's what happened. But yeah, I think two routes are now available. From according to what's his name, Lamar was saying.
Lamar,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, my,
I saw Marcus today. He was telling me. I said, "Yeah, I think this guy backed out." I said, "No way, that guy was on vacation for almost 2 weeks." I said, "Damn." I said, It must be nice to have money, but for 2 weeks vacation, I mean, you're IO. Shit, you got to have a lot of money to be going on vacation like that. Because when you're IO, that's your business. You got to be there every
Yeah.
day.
Oh
But
yeah. Yeah.
what Market was telling
Personally,
me, he says, "I think this guy backed out." I said, "No shit."
yeah, I think
So
yeah, I think he backed out because I was in there this morning and I seen Marcus too. I know Marcus too, and he was like, "Yeah, this guy didn't show up, so I don't know." You know what I mean? So it might be two, but that one route that's open, I heard is no good. It don't really do no numbers.
which one is that one? Is that the
I
one
think
in?
I think it's far. I'm not really sure
oh,
where
and
it's at.
then
It's further. Yeah, it's far. It's farther.
That's not the one that goes to Southbury because that comes out of Waterbury, right?
Yeah, nah. The one I'm talking about comes out of Shelton because we just moved. We're in Shelton
Oh
now.
yes, that's right. You guys are a shot. I was thinking about
Yeah,
Bridgeport. Yeah, you guys are a shot now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
because
ain't shutting them down.
I bumped into Rudy last week. He was in my Stop and Shop in North Haven. And
Oh wow.
he was talking to me. He was just telling me what was going on. And then that's when he told me, yeah, you guys moved to Shelton, which is pretty
Yeah.
good, pretty nice. I was a
So
depot, pretty nice depot.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I mean, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4 bays, but better
Really?
area.
Okay.
Better
Okay.
area though. Nice
So
area.
what's your area? You have what? Westport, Norwalk.
I got Norwalk. Yeah, the Norwalk territory goes Norwalk, Westport, Wilton, Weston.
Ooh, you got
Yep.
good areas. You got
Yeah.
the Killer Daysburg area.
So
Yeah.
That's
he
the
can
Yeah.
money
say
area.
you can sell. So he can sell Dave's Killer. That's why he asked me
I
that.
Ooh,
told you,
Yeah.
Okay.
he got
he's
Yeah.
that
making
Yeah.
money.
Okay.
Winnie. He got that
Oh
Winnie
I always
territory.
said I always told Rudy, if you want me, I said you got to give me the Greenwich Stanford area. That's where the money's at.
No, there's another
That-
guy who
Okay.
got that. Is another guy, Lucio. He owns the. I heard they're on him now because he got two Whole Foods.
Yeah, those Whole Foods they do very well. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
they
they
they only
powerhouse.
love that high end bread, that like that
Yeah.
Arnold, or what else, that Pepperidge, and now you got that Killer Days. Oh man, they be killing it over there.
So how much Dave's Killer Lamar can you sell? I'm interested in that. How much? Because
Oh,
I'm. It's hard.
if he's talking about Wilton, Westport, oh,
Yeah,
he's got
Yeah.
to be killing it. Got
that's
to be
like
killing it.
that's like Connecticut Beverly Hills, Clint.
Pretty
Oh
much.
wow.
That's like the Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
The movie stars and the athletes live there.
yeah. It's
Oh.
because
Yeah,
from Westport, he's in Fairfield. Fairfield, they still do a lot of the high end bread. And Bridgeport, you got more of the white bread and potato
Yeah.
bread. Anything
So you
going
can.
up more south, you're looking at the high end bread. That's what
And
they're
I
looking
got
at.
I got
Healthy
I
stuff.
got a I got a Wegmans coming next month.
oh yeah, I heard
Oh
about
yeah.
the Wegmans
Oh yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I'll be in there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they just talked to me about that. Yep.
That's dope.
Oh wow.
Hey, I remember. I can't see. My eyesight are bad. You were talking about a while ago that Flowers was coming up with a cake, the Wonder Cake.
Wonder
The one.
Wonder Cake. They already
Yeah,
came up with
I
it.
finally saw it in
You
Aldi.
saw it,
It
right?
had yeah. It's like, no
Oh
way.
man, they are. Yeah, yeah. So right now to this day, since 3 weeks ago, I can buy Tasty Cake. I don't sell it at all. I don't have not one piece of Tasty Cake on my route now
No,
because
why
of
not?
that. Not one because they kicked it all out of Walmart. I don't have any SKUs in Sam's Club, even in Target, not even all these. So now they've moved my Wonder. Now Wonder's in there now. So I'm like, so I just completely stopped ordering it.
Yes, I still got tasty cake in a lot of stores. I thought it was gonna slow down, but it's a little. I cut back a little bit, but it's consistent. It's shocking because it usually slow down in the summer a little bit.
It must just be
Yeah,
up here because Brady just said the same thing about North Carolina, like where Clint is. He said
yeah,
that the Wonder Cake situation is a mess.
it
Yeah,
is. It
Yeah, because
is.
they're
And
taking a lot of their space too. There's stuff that they
yeah,
burn.
it don't look
exactly.
like it's doing good either.
No, it's not. I can see.
Yeah,
Yeah, in our area, it's not doing good. I mean, you don't
yeah.
have anybody
What's up, man?
to keep it fresh,
What up?
keep it looking good, keep it merchandised. They don't have that because the stores doing it themselves. Plus all the 100 items that they have to do. You know what I mean? So they're not watching it because they ain't making no money off. They're getting paid by the hour, so they're not gonna sit here and keep it up like we will. So my ASD wants me to still order it, and I'm like, yeah, I can ask for space and they can give it to me, and then next week, hey, you need to move that. I'm like, I got 2 weeks to order this stuff. So
That sounds like a
yeah,
Walmart.
yeah, exactly. So I just said, the best thing for me to do when we get SKUs back in Walmart, then yeah, I'll be happy to order Tasty Cake. But for right now, I'm not going to order Tasty Cake just to, get an end cap of it, and then his boss walk around and kick me off the end cap. Now I got all this stuff coming and I can't sell it. So
See, I
Yeah,
moved most of my tasty cake in Stop and Shop. I got Stop and Shops and ShopRite. I also got it in Big Wise too, though.
mm,
you got the shop right where in Norwalk. Which one's that one?
I
That's
got
St. Gary's.
Yeah, they move. They don't really move no cake in there. I got it in there a few pieces,
Nah.
but the cake I really move is in the valley, like
Oh,
Shelton, Ansonia. Yeah,
you also have the Valley too.
yeah, yeah,
Nice. That's nice.
yeah. So I move a lot of cake in the valley.
Yeah, you do very well right back to school. You'd be
oh
killing it.
wow.
So Brady just said that it hasn't affected him too much, and he's still able to keep displays in the stores. And he hate how they use the contract loop to direct ship. Yeah, that's what all the companies are doing. They're figuring out ways to work around all the independents. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're trying to figure out a way to drop it in the stores. And the thing Clint said is important is the store employees don't care. To them, it's the same stock on the shelf.
It's not.
They
Gonna
don't
work.
care. There's no care involved, if that makes any sense. They're just putting it on the shelf.
I think if we had the Wonder Cake, I think it'd actually be doing better.
It will, and they know that. They know that. I did notice once they presented it, that stock went up when they did that. When they announced it to the world, like, "Hey, we're coming out with Wonder Cake." I saw Flowers stock kind of rose from that. So investors was that that was something investors like to hear.
Oh, they
Oh, you
actually
guys hear
advertise
that?
it?
Yeah, it was on a newsletter.
Really?
And
Wow.
when so they advertised the Wonder Cake, and then it went up maybe like a couple of percentage points. So the investors were happy to hear that the growth in flowers. So
That's not
yeah,
right. I think it's not fair, especially with the IO guys. They should get at least a percentage after that.
yeah. I'm thinking maybe in the future they might say, "Hey guys,
Because
we put it out there. We're going to sell it to you guys now."
Because
You know what I
I
mean?
believe the Peppers guy, the cookie guys, some of these stores they do like a direct shipment. Like if they have a shipper, I think the
Yeah,
driver they get a percentage off of that when that happens.
Right. There's a few
yeah,
Bimbo guys that are
yeah,
they're trying to look for language in the contracts to make Bimbo try to pay them for certain items they're direct shipping. Because
yeah,
they're suing them to be honest with you. They're trying to like sue
I heard about
because
that.
it's basically like what you guys are saying. They just say, yeah, we're not giving you this anymore. We're doing it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I bought this route and this was here. You got to basically pay me for it. If you know what I mean? It's like you're taking
yeah,
a piece of my territory.
Yeah.
And some guys are arguing for that. It's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that's still, it's not stopping.
It's not right. You're right. They just come put the Wonder Cake in there, and you bring a Tasty Cake in there.
Right. Yeah.
It don't make no
So
sense.
listen, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. We've been up here for a minute and I know it's getting late. That game coming on, everybody got to take care of life. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
yeah.
y'all,
They
man. Thank you so much, man. I really
Yes, sir.
appreciate the engagement, man. Good conversation. Brady, thanks for joining. Jay Moore, Los, thank you so much.
All right, Ron.
Somebody else was up here.
Nice meeting you guys. You guys take care.
Yes, sir. No
All
problem,
right.
Flo.
I'll see you tomorrow, Los.
All
All right,
right,
bro. See you tomorrow.
all right,
Peace,
Lamar.
peace. All right, Clinton, thank you.
All right.
My AirPods
Yes, sir,
and
Lamar.
me. I don't know.
All right, Lamar, thank you. Peace, peace. So I like to thank everybody for taking the time out. This was a long one, very productive, very informative. I hope you got something out of it. If you're watching this on the playback, if you got a question or a comment, get at me, JUGG at Real Bread Life, and I will answer any questions that you might have. I'm going to put it on the screen for anybody that may want to contact us. We do not mind the engagement. Again, I want to thank Carlos. I want to thank Lamar. I want to thank Clinton, Jay Moore. Thanks for chiming in. Brady Hill, down North Carolina. Appreciate the engagement, brother. Thank you for reaching out. Whenever you're ready, the email is there. Email me. We'll get together. We'll chat. We'll chop it up. I love to hear your story. And we'll go from there. Catch us everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. LinkedIn is Real Bread Life. And stay tuned. We got a lot of things coming. That's all I got for now. Stay blessed. Keep stacking.